What's happening, you fucking cowboys? You cowboys slash hippies? I just want, is there anybody in here that's not in a fucking band? Just anybody? Just want to know. There's other ways to get laid, okay, guys? You know about Colorado? Do you know about it? It's cold there, too, and they have legal weed. That's the way to do it. First state to step up. First state to say enough is this fucking baby nonsense. Treat me like a child, telling me I can't have weed. First of all, everybody who tells you you can't have weed, they all should get on weed. Every single one of those motherfuckers, they're the people who need weed more than anybody. The people that are trying to stop weed. Because if you could go back in time and grab Thomas Jefferson and bring him to 2018, his first question would be, you guys didn't write any new shit? Dude, I wrote that with a feather. I did it by fire. That's the only way I can see what I was writing. You lazy fucks.
By the way, I'm glad you're better. I'm glad it only lasted a day.
You're probably the only one at CNN that's glad.
No. We're not.
The rest of them are all lying about me taking horse medication. And we should talk about that.
That bothered you.
It should bother you, too. They're lying at your network about people taking human drugs versus drugs for veterinary.
Calling it a horse dewormer is not a flattering thing. I get that.
It's a lie. It's a lie on a news network. And it's a lie that's a willing... That's a lie that they're conscious of. This is not a mistake. What the fuck is going on in Atlanta? Woo! God damn, it smells like weed in here. Holy shit. We're all going to jail. Why would it matter to you? Why the fuck would it matter? Why would it matter to you? Why would it matter to you? No.
Because I'm an alien.
That's what I've speculated.
Yes.
I'm on record saying this in the past. I was driving this car, it was snowy as fuck, and this dude lost control of his car and he's sliding through an intersection. And in the middle of the slide, he took a sip of coffee. Straightened the ass end of his car out and got up on his merry way. He didn't fucking pull over and call a psychiatrist and run to the pharmacist, throw back a bottle of pills. He fucking dealt with it like a man.
He will never change his mind.
Well, he's probably crazy. I'm making eye contact with these dolphins, and I start thinking, how smart are these fucking things? Because we're fishing. Dolphins eat fish, but you never catch dolphins. Ever. No one has ever gone fishing and accidentally caught a dolphin. And all I could think of while these dolphins are like hopping through the water and looking at us and shit. I was thinking, if people lived in the water, you'd fucking catch them all day. They wouldn't even have to live in the water if cheeseburgers just floated down Geary Street. I was on stage with him in Toronto. It was one of my favorite moments as a human.
Calling people jabronis. And
yeah, he calls everybody a piece of shit.
Yeah.
People always ask, they're like, what does Joe believe? And I'm like, look, I think it's like a skepticism of power. That's like the bedrock thing. And so Reagan was the genesis of that? Because if I were to throw a thread through all like your takes on politics, it's always something along the lines of, I'm not sure if I believe what that person is saying.
Yeah.
Like, is that where it comes from?
He was the first guy that I realized was the president, but also full of shit. Try to figure it out and go do it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Like you said, the top of the hill looks great, but some people settle for the middle.
Yeah, and they get mad if people get to the top. This motherfucker. So a bunch of dudes got crazy, tattooed swastikas on themselves, took their shirts off. They're all walking around with citronella candles that they got from like a hardware store. Hilarious. That was the stupidest part of it all. They had like torches that they were walking on the street with, like. Come on, you guys are walking around with lawn torches.
They're pussies.
Here's my take on this Bruce Jenner thing, and everybody has their own. Not really. This is what everybody's take is. This is the take that you're supposed to have. He's always been a woman trapped in a man's body. Maybe, definitely maybe. Definitely people are like that. Definitely there are people who were born in the wrong gender. And am I saying they should stay their gender? No, who gives a fuck? You should do whatever you want to do. You should be happy. You should be free. I don't care what you do. But it's also possible that maybe if you live with crazy bitches long enough, you become one. That's That's all I'm saying. I don't see this disgust. Like, what are you doing? You changing the world with your shitty fucking advertiser-based philosophy? What are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Who fucking greenlit this?
I know.
If I was at Gillette, I'd be like, yo, guys, people get hair, they want to fucking shave it. It's not that complicated. You're not gonna fix. Imagine if you're a sexist, rapist piece of shit, and you see that Gillette commercial, like, damn, I gotta switch my game up.
yeah.
I've been too much of a dick. Like, does anybody think that Gillette commercials are somehow or another in any way, shape, or form gonna affect culture?
It's bad.
People mutilate their kids' dicks because of visuals. That's what circumcision is about. A lot of people, look, I'm circumcised. I didn't ask to be. I'm sure a lot of you are circumcised, and I'm sure a lot of you circumcise your kids. But when you really stop and think about it, it's kind of fucking crazy. I only have daughters, but me and my wife got in an argument about this shit. She goes, if we had a kid and he was a boy, I would want him to be circumcised. I go, why? She goes, because uncut dicks are disgusting. I'm like, how many have you seen? I'm like, that's ridiculous. The way it looks, really, no. It looks gross. It's all this extra skin. Like, do you even know what a vagina looks like? We will one day look back at 2015 like, what a bunch of fools. What a bunch of ridiculous people that were still, they had this incredibly complicated society and this wonderful access to information, but yet they were still shackled down by ideology and killing each other over religion and ancient superstitions that dictated their behaviors. What's infinity? It means it's so big you can't measure it. No. It's crazier than that. It does mean that, but you know what that really means? That means infinity is so big that everything that has ever happened on Earth in the exact same order, down to that pause, has happened an infinite number of times all throughout the universe. There is a you making the same colossal fucking errors that you've made your entire life. So if anybody ever tells you could do better, man, go, apparently not.
Do you see your kids every day?
Yeah, sometimes I keep my eyes closed, though. Why are you yelling out like that? Did no one hug you when you were little? What kind of weird shit is going on here? I tried to sort through this because you're fucking up the show. You understand that, right? Just curious, why do you think it's a good idea to just yell shit out? Oh, now you're gonna shut up? I'll get you kicked out, motherfucker. You better talk to me now. Don't be a coward. I'm talking to you. Why do you feel like it's a good idea to just yell shit out? Because you have a limited mind, right? Is that what it is? Do you wish that things had gone better and you got the attention that you feel you deserve, but it didn't work out that way? So you just cry out everywhere. Just cry out. You are a factor of us removing the word retard from the vernacular. They think it's okay to do retarded shit because there's no real word to describe people like that anymore. You're thinking about something to say, right? Ready to go. You ain't got shit to say, stupid. Now I'm gonna give you one last chance to shut the fuck up or they're gonna forcibly remove you. So what's it gonna be? You gonna agree to shut the fuck up? What's that? Did you say Donald Trump? All right, kick this fucking dummy out, please. Donald Trump. We'll wait. I have an important lesson about Jesus, that guy. Oh, look. Look what happens. This is what's supposed to happen to you all throughout your life. All throughout your life, motherfucker. What are you wearing around your neck? What are you, a pope?
I gotta get the fuck out of here.
What the fuck, Joey Diaz? It's only 3.5 hours into the show.
It's 4
Jesus.
o'clock. We're gonna get
How do
killed
we
with
do
traffic.
this?
And I gotta.
Well, I'm not sexist. As a matter of fact, my favorite people are all female. I have a wife and I have 3 daughters. They're my favorite people in the world. But I could beat the fuck out of all of them. Listen, if they guard the door, I'm getting in. I don't mean to sound cocky. But I'm just real confident. I could fuck them up if I had the flu. Okay? See, that's where it it's confusing because tits can be ridiculous. They look like fucking staph infections. If your tits were real, you're gonna die. All right? There's something really, they can stick out and stretch the skin. We know what's happening. It's the worst magic trick ever. We know. There's an incision. They stuff a water bag under there and stitch that motherfucker up. And we're like, I don't care if I can touch them as long as they move closer towards me. I'm more happy and excited.
And the South always wins the reenactment too, which is wild.
Oh no, it doesn't. Really?
Yeah, I don't blame.
Real?
I mean,
is that real?
I think there's a little bit of.
You know what they should do? They should reenact the Civil War and kill themselves. Not in real life, but in the fake. I mean, pretend. Hey man, I don't want to fight for slavery, and just all pretend to kill themselves.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, they should say, hey, we're gonna do it the right way, or we're gonna toss down our guns and suck all the dicks of the guys in the North.
Yeah.
How about that?
Say the long, great history of the United States. Listen, that's not real. The United States was founded in 1776. People lived to be 100. That's 3 people ago. You're like, is he right? Yeah! The Fear Factor guy just hit you with a fucking math quiz. 3 people ago. Listen to me. You're not gonna get this from teachers. We used to be monkeys, and we found mushrooms, and now we're different. And it's real recent. And then one guy decides to stop the line. He grabs the rail and he goes, do we even know where we're going? And you see everyone just sort of just rise up behind this guy, and everyone's thinking just murderous chimpanzee thoughts. It's just the deep primal part of your brain that wants to survive. And that was the guy that I focused on for the whole rest of the time we came down the stairs. Because I said, that's my guy. I'm like, I am not fucking burned to death because I'm in a hotel with a bunch of sleepy bitches. And I'm also thinking the whole time, how the fuck is Joey Diaz getting in this staircase? That's part of what I'm thinking.
Yeah.